And finally, a halfway reasonable morning in camp.
I did look at my notes, and per the West Virginia coordinator for the ADT, I'm allowed to camp anywhere along here for one night, in a spot as a long distance hiker. So in retrospect, maybe I should have set up, right by the rail trail instead of down here in all the poison oak and everything. But it's right by a road for most of the time, and there hasn't been a lot of spots like right off the trail that have been good enough for a tent. This has actually been pretty nice, other than, again, the poison oak and the fact that for an hour or two, right as it was getting dark, whatever was making bug noises out here was so painfully loud, I had to have my headphones in. Also, I'm glad I'm a little early for the mosquitoes, because this would probably be pretty bad in another couple of weeks. Today is all rail trail, so should be pretty mellow miles. Unfortunately, due to the heat or the fact I'm at mile 500 and 530, something like that, and the honeymoon period may be ending right now. I started having chafing issues yesterday, and I've gone through a variety of kind of anti-chafe medication. I used the powdered stuff out west on the PCT, but once I got out east and it was so humid, that just turned into a mess. So then I switched to the kind of like Aquaphor, and right now I'm using this butt paste stuff that I got from somebody on the CDT. I've also experimented with Vagisil and Destin to varying degrees of success. I kind of just have to see what works for a given area, it seems like. Always something. If it's not my feet, it's back rash or something else. So I was down the slope, but in retrospect, maybe I should have just set up there. Might have saved myself some potential poison oak exposure. But you can see roads literally about 10 feet to my left. So if you're picking up on a slight drop in the level of enthusiasm, that always happens. I mean, again, I'm a month and plus and 500 plus miles in. It's not that I'm not enjoying parts of the day. You gotta remember, if I'm making a 20-minute video, that's compressing from about 5:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. There are highs, there are lows, but at the moment, my energy level has gone down a little bit. Hence why those supplemental videos tend to happen more at the very beginning, sometimes near the end of a trip. And at the moment, I know that there is a bit of a heat wave coming. I know there is some more severe rain. There's supposed to be like an inch and a half overnight in a couple of days, and then some thunderstorms another day. And things are just starting to add up. I can walk now. My feet are holding up, at least for the moment. My legs, I've gotten my trail legs pretty much. But stuff like the chafing and just random other issues will crop up. And that is absolutely expected, but things that keep me from just kind of losing myself while walking tend to cause things to drag a little more. I've had to switch audiobooks a couple of times because I'm less accepting of their faults, the points where they're dragging. Plus side, I get a lot more appreciative of the little comforts. The nights in a hotel room. Sharon, the West Virginia ADT coordinator, wasn't able to come see me the other day, but she did leave a prepaid meal at a diner up ahead in West Union. So stuff like that's nice, and you just try and appreciate everything for what it is. So I think I have something like 9 miles to West Union, which should go pretty smoothly, hopefully. At which point I'll run into that diner, and then I will pick up another 2 days worth of food. Jen sent me a box just so I'd be able to have the bean and rice dinner, and then that should get me easily into Ohio somewhere. I haven't really done much planning beyond, okay, I may get a hotel around the state line for a night. I am currently very much in the mode of just wanting to avoid any delays and kind of make up for that mystery illness lost time. I have an Apple Notes file that's shared with Jen, and as we're looking ahead, we'll note, okay, well, West Union is at this mile, Parkersburg's at this mile. Okay, there's the potential for hotels here. This has groceries, restaurant here. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to use them, but it helps to just kind of keep things straight. Because, at least for me, with trips this long, there is no kind of sitting down and really planning anything out. I can plan for the next couple of days, and beyond that, it's all theoretical. I have a hard time even like really engaging with the map if I try and look that far ahead, just because I know so much can happen. I could end up injured doing a fraction of a day. My evening could fall in between, hotels or other things on the map. So I kind of go out of my way to try and look like a hiker versus just homeless, because you have the whole like mentally ill, problematic, visible homeless thing, and that tends to trigger a lot of hostility. I did see a note about West Clarksburg having a pretty major drug issue. People with backpacks are often suspect because that's how they move the drugs around. Didn't see that part of Narcos. So when I say that I'm getting a less than friendly vibe in places, sometimes it can just be the time of day. There's nobody around. Sometimes there may be like homeless encampments in the area, and so people see me and their initial reaction is, fearful, negative. And I often pick up on kind of people's facial expressions when they first catch sight of me. I try and smile, wave, do whatever I can, but certain circumstances, there's just nothing I can do. Running into solo female joggers on, remote stretches like this, I tend to feel how nervous they are going by no matter what I do. I am starting to get a little on the scruffy side, but it's not like I have access to a beard trimmer very often out here. There's one waiting for me in Colorado if I can make it another, 1,800 miles, something like that. Rural areas. Dump trash and empty alcohol containers all over. So it comes and goes, but I'm paralleling a highway, freeway, whatever it is, while I'm out here. And the traffic noise from the motorcycles and the big trucks is just atrocious. I don't know how I fought so long against just bringing my AirPods with me. Noise canceling doesn't remove everything. I can still hear if somebody's talking to me, and I still notice the vehicles, but I can at least keep listening to music or an audiobook without having to pause it or just sit there and get my ears drilled. Caught sight of that tower and I was able to get a couple of things done. My shoes basically need to be replaced at this point. Unfortunately, I'm still going to have to live with them for the better part of, maybe a little over 100 miles at this point. We're sending a new pair to a Trail Angel in Section 8 of Ohio. I don't notice it so much on the pavement, but when I'm on, the rock bed like this, I feel the sharp pebbles. Just had somebody pop out of the bushes at that last trailhead. We had a nice little conversation. We were basically very much in agreement with each other that life is too short and you gotta basically live it like every minute counts, because you don't know when you're gonna drop dead. He also had what looked like a very cold Mr. Pibb in his hand that hopefully I wasn't staring at. It's kind of like the whole cleavage problem. You're trying to be polite and not look. Keep catching sight of those and getting all excited, thinking it's a water bottle filling station. And welcome to West Union. Okay, made it into West Union. So normally I would have got to stay with the West Virginia coordinator, Sharon, while coming through here. But unfortunately, timing didn't work out again, and she ended up prepaying for a meal for me over at the Mooney's Diner, which was super nice. I'm gonna cut back to the rail trail at the end of this road. I didn't want to backtrack. I'd intended to go to the local Shop and Save and get some more food, but quite frankly, considering I ate and considering that I'll probably need to fill up with water at the next town and there's a Subway there, I think I can make do till I grab that package at the following town. It keeps throwing me as far as trying to plan where, how much food to pack, because I haven't had a standard food carry yet in 500 miles. I was pretty much soaked with sweat when I got in there. Really enjoyed the AC and probably drank about a gallon of iced tea. And I'm back to carrying about a gallon of water, just in case I don't make it to the next town. There have been no good water sources along the way. Ah, crap. Okay, maybe I should have backtracked. I was just about to start climbing rocks when decided to come check for a driveway. Okay, onward to Pennsboro. See how many miles I'm up for today. So it's really cool that they have this sort of thing, and always love a good pit toilet, but they really don't position them really well. This is basically right outside of West Union. And I think the last one I saw was 20 some miles away. Temperature always drops at about 20 degrees, it feels like, when I get close to these tunnels. Oh, that feels nice. Gotta stop arguing with people in comments on YouTube and get some miles down. It is bloody warm today. When I did the AT, I ended up having to switch to a tank top just because it was so hot and humid for sections. We'll see how this goes with the Jolly Gear. Out for a ride on the ELD bike. Today's actually gone pretty well, all told, better than yesterday. I'm not sure if it's just yesterday versus today or the anti-chafe cream, but I seem to be rocking right along. Unfortunately, I'm limited because so the next town I have a mail package waiting from Jen, and it's only 5 miles, and I can't get there too early. So plan will be hit Subway, drink a bunch, and then just get a mile or two out of town to wherever it starts feeling remote and I'm not right by the road. Okay, I am hydrated, I am fed, and I am tired. I think I'm at about 21 and a half currently. I'm torn. Such a nice time of night though. Bit of traffic noise tonight, but the rail path is up there. Reasonably private down here. So tomorrow I will grab that package out of town in the morning, just a few more miles, maybe get some second coffee at McDonald's, and then see how close I can get to Parkersburg, which I should be crossing into Ohio the next day unless I stay in town. Home sweet home.